Welcome back to Masu Pro Wrestling. I'm your host and sole commentator. I'm your sole and host commentator, Masu Pro Wrestlington. And tonight we are continuing the Chrono Chamber qualifiers for the Chrono Chamber, the Elimination Chamber, at This Is Not a Christmas Show. Garreth Unported coming off of a loss, I believe, to ShmeepsWorld. Yeah, lost to ShmeepsWorld in the B1 Summit. Starting his off with 0 points. Could he earn himself a spot in the Cryo Chamber? Could he earn himself a chamber in the Cryo Chamber for the Icon Division? For Garreth, the Icon Division Championship sort of has this weight to it compared to other people. He struggles to get it, held on to it a couple times. Even had his own custom Icon Division Championship in Season 1. And then in Season 2, he wasn't even able to challenge for it. So could this finally be the season Garreth gets a hold of that Icon Division Championship again? Speaking of champions, the longest reigning Idol Division champion in history, Rize, looking to get her first Icon Division championship. And of course, never too far behind are the Shogunate, AZ and Vyakaka. Vyakaka, obviously, as stated in previous episodes, or if you saw it a handful of weeks ago, already qualified for the Icon Division Cryo Chamber. So if Rize could get into the Cryo Chamber, she will have an ally. Of course, it's any man for themselves or any person for themselves. But Rize you've seen the advantages of Rize holding or having people in the Cryo Chamber with her before, as Rize retained the championship in the Cryo Chamber when she had another Shogunate member with her. I don't know why the 30-minute timer is on, but that's funny. That's genuinely really funny. This is obviously not a B1 Summit match, but I guess this was the timer that was missing from last week for the Block A match. So, we'll see if they go 30 minutes. Rize going for a submission hold on Greg Garreth. Going up top is Rize. And a big fucking 360 gets caught by Garreth. Back up onto his feet, off the ropes, big boot. Driving him back down into the canvas. The winner of this match will be the 5th person to qualify, or, well, technically the 4th person to qualify, 5th member of the match. Garreth trying to get away, but Rize's grip is just too tight. And finally, let's go with that drop kick. Garreth is looking wobbly. In the Icon Division Cryo Chamber, currently the 4 members are FlairZero, Angel, Vyakaka, and T. And we know that German suplex. We know that there's a lot of history already in this Chambers. I mean, we got Byakaka, one member of the Shogunate. We have T, who is one of Rize's all-time rivals in MPW. Angel, one member of the Brutality with T. And FlairZero, tied with the longest reigning Icon Division champion in history. No matter who gets added, that chamber is going to be bursting from the chains. Split-legged moonsault from Garreth out of the corner. For Garreth, it would be his first chance in a long time at the Icon Division Championship. For Rize, it'd be another shot at a championship and revenge on TeaTheShiba. As these two meet each other in the center of the ring. Rize said, fuck all that. Kick to the gut. Off the ropes, one-legged drop kick into a backflip. And Garreth sending Rize over. Garreth looking to fly over the top rope to the floor. What is happening on the outside? I don't know why the ref is following them. I think the ref thinks that there's a B1 Summit match for some reason. This is not Falls Count anywhere. This is not no disqualifications. The referee should be, in fact, counting them out for being on the outside. Moonsault again. Garreth making it to the top. Brown crown! Brown crown to Rize! Am I going under psychosis? Because, like, I think the referee got the wrong program. And I think the Royal Pardon, I think the wrestlers also might have got the wrong memo, as I don't think I've seen any of them go for pins yet. So I think they've just decided this is going to be a pseudo B1 match that's not for the B1. Fuck it. We're doing it live. Off the ropes, ducks under. Load over, German! Stomp to the back of the neck. AZ on the apron. AZ and Byakaka playing the spot of the spirits of the ring. It's always got to be with Rize. Oh, that gets confusing. Tilt-a-whirl. Spinning sidewalk slam. Garreth looking off the ropes. Forearm, shitty little forearm slipped off the rope. Kick to the gut. I mean, either way, Garreth is incredibly impressive in this match. Butterfly takeover, no reversal. Arm drag by Garreth. Garreth, the unpardoned one. And flattening him. Rize goes for a kick to the gut. Inzagiri. And on the altar, but gets caught with a cutter. And Rize's back up like nothing happened. Sends him off the ropes. Arm drag. Garreth looking tired, but maybe this is his chance. Was maybe going for a high caliber, decided against it. There he hits it. High caliber to Rize. And going for a sharpshooter. Sharpshooter on Rize. Clothesline. Rize going up top. What is she looking for? Drop kick. Nobody's home. And a forearm. Once again, AZ on the apron, trying to get involved. As Garreth isn't paying attention, but Garreth had it scouted, actually. Rolls through. Scoop slam. Garreth all the way back up top. Could we see it again? Brown crown! I don't know what is happening. Nobody's going for pinfalls. The ref isn't calling the match either. Rize may be in trouble. No. What is happening? Hip up. Goes for a 360 again. Doesn't quite connect to it. Rize bumps into the ref. Sends Garreth off the ropes. Takedown. And on the altar this time to Garreth. Garreth gonna roll out of the ring, which should start a count out. As this match progresses, I'm getting increasingly worried. The submission hold locked in on Garreth now. And a royal pardon again from Garreth. Rize just taking so much punishment. Garreth off the ropes. Oh my god! Shooting star press off the springboard. I have, we've nearly eclipsed 10 minutes. And they're still going at it. At least we know the maximum this match can go is 30. Unless that timer actually just means nothing to us. German suplex! What is it with Rize and fighting men to the death? And another royal pardon from Garreth. Ref, call the match! That's got to have been enough! What is going on? Referee's discretion. Submission. Locked in on Rize. Is she gonna tap? No. Garreth lets it go. This is supposed to be a one-on-one singles match. Garreth putting Rize on the top super kick. Doubles. I mean, like, Garreth is so impressive in this match, but it just doesn't make any sense. Sends Rize off the ropes. High caliber. There it goes. Referee finally calls it. And Garreth, I guess, qualifies. In the strangest qualifying match we've ever seen. The bosses upstairs are going to have a talk with the referees and the contestants. The first winner of the qualifying match by a TKO. Garreth Unported, I mean, certainly makes a statement. But I'm sure the boss upstairs are going to have a statement with the refs next. I hope the refs got a stern talking to as we continue the Idol Division qualifiers for the Cryo Chamber match. We have ShmeepsWorld coming off of her loss in the B1 Summit debut to... I can figure this out. I know. TeaTheShiba. TeaTheShiba starting her B1 Summit with 0 points, unfortunately. But much like MintyClovers, we were talking about, Shmeeps kind of has a disadvantage being more of a high flyer. The environment of the B1 is just not designed for her. But we will see how she does. She's not out yet. She's still got 5 other matches to go through. Could get plenty of points. And we'll see how other people go along the way as well. But now ShmeepsWorld is looking to qualify for the Cryo Chamber for the Idol Division, Emrys Morgana's Idol Division Championship. We know Shmeeps wants to get her hands on that championship, not only for the glory, but also to get it out of the hands of Emrys Morgana. A woman that's been sort of tormenting Shmeeps' career since the beginning with ShmeepsWorld, since ShmeepsWorld appeared in MPW. And speaking of TeaTheShiba, the woman that defeated her in the B1 Summit, ShmeepsWorld's going to go one-on-one against MamaInu, both former Idol Division champions, but MamaInu struggled to hold onto that championship. The only way she won it was in a match with Rize and ShmeepsWorld as well, after Rize got assaulted in the parking lot by TeaTheShiba. MamaInu was able to pick up a win there. Can she do it again? This time with her own merits. We'll see. TeaTheShiba also made it to the Icon Division Cryo Chamber, so MamaInu and TeaTheShiba could end up holding both the gold, silver and gold. Mother and daughter team, we'll have to see. For MamaInu, she's always been the bridesmaid, never the bride. Can she do it here tonight against ShmeepsWorld? A somewhat rival in her own right to MamaInu. These two have seen each other so many times in the ring. MamaInu held the championship for 35 days, no title retention. ShmeepsWorld straight out of the gate, float over powerbomb, showing absolutely no time. Shmeeps as well, in her second championship title reign, only held it for 35 days. ShmeepsWorld held it for 65, a total of 100 days across both. Cover, 1 count. But Shmeeps held it for 65 days in her first title reign with 1 defense. So when it comes to championships, Shmeeps has a little bit more experience than MamaInu, but it would be fair to say not that much. Of course, though, ShmeepsWorld is a former openweight champion, held the openweight championship for 56 days across 2 title defenses. And MamaInu has never held the openweight championship, so Shmeeps definitely has a little bit more of a championship pedigree, but MamaInu is a veteran in the industry, familiar with all kinds of different strategies and things that could give her the advantages going forward. Shmeeps now wrenching on the chin and the neck of MamaInu. Takes her down. Now working over the arm, MamaInu, right as I said, vintage maneuver from MamaInu, expertly done, rolls through and then grabs hold of the arm, sort of in that chicken wing position, making it difficult for ShmeepsWorld to escape. Now ShmeepsWorld reversing the hold on MamaInu. Both these two taking it nice and slow early on. I mean, Shmeeps is known for her high-octane offense, but you don't want to go full gas if you don't think you can keep up with your opponent. Standing Spanish Fly. And MamaInu is looking for every opportunity she can to take this away with another roll-up 1 count. And an elbow drop. Goes for a drop kick. It's caught. Boot to the stomach from MamaInu. Goes for a cover again. She's just trying to end this as quickly as she can. Trying to take any opportunity she can. Any misstep. Trying to get a win here. Does that show lack of confidence? I'm not sure, but MamaInu. It's a loud chop from ShmeepsWorld. Picks up for a power bomb. Takes her. What is Shmeeps going for? Oh my god! Northern Lights pin! Just driving MamaInu headfirst into the canvas. Working over the arm again. This time MamaInu does once. None of it. Sending Shmeeps off the ropes. Reversal. Spanish fly again from Shmeeps. Now Shmeeps on the apron. We've seen her here many a times. Oh, I thought for a critical roll instead. MamaInu was a little bit too close. Caught with the Hurricane Rana. Sent into the corner. Falcon Arrow from ShmeepsWorld. Wants to make sure MamaInu is far away from the ropes because nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow. Wants to make sure no rope break shenanigans happens too. Oh, and a near fall. I think she just took a little bit too long. For MamaInu, double stomp. And a stringer screw leg whip. Split-legged moonsault, caught on the back. MamaInu was looking for something, but ShmeepsWorld had it scouted, trying to get MamaInu into the corner. MamaInu wants none of it. Elbows to the gut, trying to get away. Big boot. MamaInu fighting like a rabid dog, backed into the corner. Crossbody off the springboard. ShmeepsWorld now, once again, for the second time. Falcon Arrow! Doesn't want her anywhere near the ropes. Wants to make sure that this is a clean pin. Chat calling for one more time. 1, 2, 3, but they didn't need another one. Shmeeps moves on to the cryo chamber. The 5th member of the match. We'll see who will join them next week for the finals. Shmeeps joining Emrys, Jin, Kato, and Potato in the cryo chamber for the Idol Division Championship. Could be the biggest match of their career. But we see a 3rd-time Idol Division champion as ShmeepsWorld joining the small few, which I think is literally only Glitchy, for a 3-time Idol Division champion. But we're going to go into A block action for the B1 next. Now it is time for the actual B1 Climax B1 Summit. Continuing A block, we have kind of a shocking display here. We have Blueness. We have not seen Blueness unmasked in a very long time. Coming in her Yelena-inspired outfit. Black Widow, White Widow, whatever you would call her. It's a Blue Widow here for Blueness. We haven't seen her unmasked since joining the Coalition. But she's here full face for everyone to see. Kind of a shocking thing for us here. This is her B1 debut here. Blueness has yet to make her B1 debut, but someone who has already picked up 2 points for himself. None other than Gambledorf the Golden, wearing his Taiga Saijima inspired outfit for the B1, of course. Every competitor wears an attire that represents them, from a warrior that they feel represents them. Taiga Saijima for Merlin. Yelena Belova for Blueness here. Merlin picked up a massive win against Draven in his opening match for the B1, starting him with 2 points. Could we see Blueness get her first 2 points, or will Merlin be the first to get 4 points coming into the B1 Summit? Of course, if you're unfamiliar with the B1 Summit, the only way you can win this match is by knockout, TKO, or submission. If you win the match that way, you get 2 points. If you win the match by a DQ or there's a time limit draw, you get 1 point each. And then if you... Well, 1 point... 1 point for the draw each, 1 point for the DQ on the one person that won by a DQ. And then if you lose, you get big fat goose egg. And the match begins. The souls of former ancient warriors surround the arena, as Merlin's already taken it to Blueness. I'm honestly still kind of caught off guard of Blueness not wearing a mask. We've never seen this kind of style of Blueness before. And a spine buster. We'll have to see how Blueness fares in this kind of tournament. Of course, 30-minute timer on the clock. If they go all the way, they'll get 1 point each. We've yet to see anything end in draw or disqualification, as Merlin picks Blueness up for a deadlift powerbomb. The top 2 of each block are going to get put into what is called the playoffs, a 4-person mini tournament to determine the ultimate winner of the B1. You want to do your best to get as many points as you can. But of course, we're really early on, so it's basically anybody's goal or anybody's potential chance to win. But of course, like, these early matches could end up losing you your spot. If Merlin, maybe someone goes all the way, wins both, or wins all their matches, you know, and you lose 1 or 2 along the way, you could end up just spoiling your matches. Someone could end up winning 1 match and ruining your run to the playoffs. So every match counts, every point counts. You could be 1 point away from the playoffs if you get to a draw, so you got to try to get your points in when you can. Now Blueness taking it to Merlin with that slap. Merlin back up onto his feet. And up, just lifting Blueness above his head, dropping her down. Merlin certainly has the strength to go far in this tournament. Spear off the top. Spear off the apron to the floor. Like an absolute cannon. Boston Crab. This is how Flair won his match. Blueness is not too unfamiliar to tournaments in MPW. The winner of the Ultimate Openweight for the first time ever. Could she make waves in the B1 Summit? Knocks Merlin off. Oh my god! Flatliner DDT. And Blueness, Blue Moon, straight to Merlin's jaw. Picking up her first 2 points in the B1 Summit. Just like that, it could take 1 solid shot to end the match, and that's why the B1 is such an interesting landscape for everyone. Blueness earning her first 2 points. Merlin losing out on 2 points, as we're going to move on to our main event of the night, B block once again. We'll see who's up next. I got a little bit ahead of myself. I apologize. It is not the B1 Summit B block. It's actually the Open Weight Championship is going to be defended. Of course, the Open Weight Championship is defended in Falls Count Anywhere. Anything goes, with someone randomly selected from either division to challenge for the championship. Who is going to challenge for TeaTheShiba's Openweight Championship. It is AZ, 1/3 of the Shogunate. It's been a long time since we've seen AZ by themselves, looking for an Openweight Championship. Of course, Rize was the Openweight Championship before Angel came in and dethroned her, and then T dethroned Angel, so this is somewhat pseudo-revenge, and I mean, the Shogunate have been butting heads with the Team Brutality. TeaTheShiba being the leader. Can T defend it in her first title defense here? And AZ going up against the overdog, TeaTheShiba. T has qualified for the Icon Division, Cryo Chamber, and got her first 2 points in the B1 Summit. She's the Openweight Champion, and she's on the top of the world right now. But the bigger they are, the higher they are, the harder they fall. Will T fall tonight to AZ? Truly flying high is TeaTheShiba, but will those wax wings burn as she makes it so close to the sun? We will see. TeaTheShiba last week beat Dragthulu for the Icon Division qualifiers. Tonight she's defending the Openweight Championship in the Falls Count Anywhere match. This match could be devastating. I mean, we talk about the effects of every match going in for any of the B1 tournament goers, that any match coming in could potentially ruin your B1 run. So T's gonna have to try her best not to get injured or sustain too much damage in this match. But of course, T is not one to shy away from adversity. Openweight Championship on the line. TeaTheShiba versus AZ. This would be a huge win for AZ. The challenge for the Openweight Championship. Of course, T is not going to go down easy. At the same time, these matches could be a risk, a health risk to the B1 Summit members, but at the same time, these could just be a really good opportunity to make sure that ring rust doesn't take hold in between weeks. You know, you get some rest and then you come back every week. We'll see if the ring rust is showing on T or not, but I can't imagine so with how much she's been working. Back elbow. AZ finally getting out of the corner. Eyeing up. T kick to the face, right to the cheek. Might leave a footprint mark. As T is eyeing the prey. A dog facing the bunny. As AZ sends T out in front of the French-Canadian commentators table. Of course, no countouts, no disqualifications. They can be outside here as long as they want. I think that just might be exactly what AZ has planned here. Just lifting T, show of strength, and sending her face first into the concrete. T gets AZ in a fireman's carry, maybe sending her onto the hardest part of the ring, the apron there. Little taste of their own medicine. T maybe looking to go all the way. Eyeing them up. Through the middle rope, crossbody. Like a spear, just catapulting herself out of the ring. AZ kick out at 1. As the champion tries to retain. Now submission hold again. T trying to practice every little bit as well on her opponents for the... Oh! Goes for a discus big boot. Gets caught with the running neck breaker. Deadlift. Powerbomb to the floor. As I said, T's going to practice maneuvers as well for the B1 Summit. Doing her best. Discus big boot. Busting. Oh my god, the blood splatter. 2 on AZ's face. And I think T might just put away. AZ here sets it up for the pedigree onto the concrete. And I think AZ might be out of it. That looks brutal from the champion. Oh, kick it at 2. AZ's not done yet. AZ flattens T. The championship. Oh my god, that blood just drenching AZ's face. Truly wearing a mask of crimson on the outside. Spin around. Powerbomb. T kicks out at 0. Referee was so out of position. You can see the frustration on AZ's face as the ref tried to get into position, make sure the shoulders were down. That could have been... I don't know if that would have been a 3, but that could have been their Openweight Championship. Their first championship in MPW history. T back up. Hurricane Rana getting some welts with the bat. He's got the kendo stick knocked out of the hands. And up on the ribs. Now T is pulled by her leg. That cannot feel fun. T back up. AZ's gonna have to do something big as T continues to target the bloody nose. The potentially broken nose of AZ. Goes for the cover, but referee's so out of position, it's crazy. Does finally get to it, too. A kick out at 2. That could have been a title retention if the referee was in position. Got to give the referee prop, though. It's hard to keep track of everybody as T gets up to the top ropes. And a double axe handle. Straight to the back of the head. This might just be it. No! Caught the leg for the pedigree. Picks up T for a powerbomb on the kendo stick. Another deadlift. Powerbomb on the Singapore cane. AZ for the cover on T. She looks dazed. Oh my god, new champion almost. T was looking at stars in the ceiling. Bends into the steel steps. And now T going up top into the most dangerous position she can possibly be in. Over the steps, T. AZ, look at the blood on the floor. 1, 2. Oh, look at the blood splatter on the floor. AZ is bleeding out. Look at the blood smear everywhere. It looks like a hospital room. She is going to need to check her nose out when she gets to the back. How are they still going? Excuse me. They're going to need to check their nose in the back. T going back up top. Once again, what is T looking for up here? AZ back onto their feet. Drop kick. Goes for the cover again. T just wants to end it. 1, 2, 3. And the title has been retained for TeaTheShiba. Still your open weight champion. TeaTheShiba in your main event tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching Masu Pro Wrestling. I'm your host, Masu Pro Wrestlington. And we will see you guys next week. Our go-home show before not a Christmas show. I will see you guys there. Congratulations to TeaTheShiba.